Hey guys, welcome back to Metal Guitar 911, and today in this episode of Gear Vlogs we'll be showing you how to get a decent bass guitar tone for metal out of not so great sounding bass. That is a very easy and a cheap method of doing it. So let's get to it. So guys, first we'll be looking at our clean tone, like the basic bass tone that we're getting out of our bass. Like my chain is very simple, just like square jazz bass going into my Focusrite 2i4 and directly into my laptop. That's it. It's pretty much all over the place, right? So that's pretty much our tone from the bass directly, which is pretty much all over the place. The bass sounds really flabbering, and it doesn't have that punch. So I saw this in some Glenn Fricker's video, I guess. This particular plugin, the BOD, Bass Overdrive, which is basically a copy of the Sansom pedal. Actually, our bassist has this pedal for real, and we can later on do a comparison of how this pedal and this VST works. The links in description below. This is free, and let's listen to how this pedal works all by itself, just morphing the tone. So as you can see, this pedal already adds certain tightness to the bass sound. It cuts down those flavoring bass ends and adds some mid-range and high-range, high frequencies to the tone, which actually is very helpful for metal bass. So we'll take a look at how we're doing most of the things after this. So you could hear a hiss, right? That's probably the earthing issue that I have in my home, which is why I always use a gate. Okay, I don't do anything to it. I simply use it and it goes away. Like I just put it, and if I feel it's taking away from the tone, so I adjust the attack and release. So we'll use that. It's pretty much cutting out those hiss and hums. So after that, we'll try to use a compressor just after the gate. So we use a compressor with a very low attack and a little more high release, and then comes an EQ. Okay, see how I set the EQ for this. Probably now you can listen to the tone after setting up the compressor and EQ. Actually, I've seen a lot of videos where they directly cut out some frequencies, or just boost up some parts in the bass. So in my case, I'm still learning this thing, right? So I try to find out what sound I actually want. So I'll show you. I just randomly search around with the EQ. Like suppose if I want to keep this, suppose I want this frequency to be there, so I'll boost it according to my choice, according to my taste. And of course, the high cut and low cut frequencies are required to stop the treble and the bass bleed that's happening. So we'll use that according to our choice as well. Don't go by too hard and fast rules while you're learning these things, which is what I think. Learn your mistakes, just like how I'm doing it now. And another thing which I found out to be is pretty effective, like EQing your bass and guitars. There has to be this thing, like if you are boosting same frequencies on the bass and same frequencies on the guitar, there's a tendency of the guitar and the bass both to sound a little bit more muffled. So I try to manage it that way. This is pretty much it how I do it, and I think that's a pretty decent bass sound to get from metal guitars. So we'll check out how it sounds in the mix. That's pretty much it, guys. That's how we approach towards bass tone, and sometimes we add a mid boosted bass track, distorted ones, to blend it with the distorted guitars. The entire Geovlog series is about the most minimalistic approach towards recording gears and guitar gears as a whole. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Check other videos of our channel too. We need your support a lot. Keep supporting us. Thanks a lot. Stay metal.